Hello, welcome to Magic with Melly. I am Magic and Melly. You guys are Magic and with me. I just kind of went with the flow with that. I meant to say I'm Melly and you guys are Magic, but I think you guys are really seeing me in my magic, and I'm here to just inspire you guys through some really dark, trying times. I think that maybe my light is needed a lot more than ever, and more recently I've just been feeling more sensitive to the collective, and rather than taking your energies in, I rather just be separate from it and channel it so y'all can understand yourselves. So we have the Tower card. I think a lot of you guys are seeing some things, you guys are seeing some things. All right, the Tower card is not fun to go through. There's some cycles that are just, we're reapplying ourselves, and it's been rather hard because Nine of Cups, some things that have potential or did have potential are sort of seeing, I'm hearing from Spirit, stagnancy. I've been hearing and channeling the song Let It Go by, I think it's by James. Just let it go, just let it be. Throat blockage. I think you guys are scared to maybe sing, scared to speak up more. Why don't you be you and I'll be me? I'll be me. So why don't you guys be more you? Why don't you let other people be more themselves? If someone's not doing what you want them to do, you feel like you're forcing them. Well, that's that. You're forcing them. You're forcing them to do something. Forcing them to what? Like you, love you, show up for you, be what for you. Choose yourself, Spirit says. We have the Lover's card and we have Knight of Pentacles. Look at how gorgeous this yellow looks. Next to the Lover's card. The Lover's card in reverse is saying to me, you guys maybe have been dealing with a Gemini, but you couldn't, it doesn't have to be a Gemini here. It could be any star sign. It could be something in their placement too. It could be an air sign, or just the fact that the Lover's card is showing here that it's something to do with some of the choices you chose on an intimate level, whether it's within a person you've been intimate with or just something that you are really close with in your decision making, whether it's work, career, love, family, personal life. The need to protect your energy here with certain people, certain situations and things. Spirit wants to highlight that because back of the deck energy for Pentacles reverse, it's like you have to see what you're too attached to, or even unaware you're attached to, like certain energies maybe that aren't good for you that you are used to being around. We have the Fool card on the other end next to the Empress reverse. So I think that some of y'all in your situations, you really fucked up with an Empress. You don't really screw up. You don't do this with an Empress. The Empress is a very, very, very nurturing energy. It's motherly energy. It's maternal energy. You could be dealing with a mother or a motherly figure or someone that was just very nurturing, and this card is showing up in reverse because it's like there's something that could have been born or created of the situation. I'm hearing that it's something that was of high potential that could have been made of the situation, but because the group or the situation or yourself, something was so off balance to the point that and the situation kind of unraveled itself. Justice. I think that there has been either wrongdoing. Excuse me, that's like a release there in the throat chakra. But so with the Justice card, it's the back of the deck. Again, if I flip it, what's it here? It's a 6 of Pentacles. So earlier when I was talking about balance, it's like if you are operating from imbalance, then like I think that in the situation with how the 6 of Pentacles is calling to me, I think it could be a group of 6 or up to 6 people. You know, and then there's like a group of 6 and maybe some individuals in the group, or even an entire group of 6 individuals, 6 opportunities. Maybe there were so many opportunities to fix the situation, the imbalance situation. However it resonates for you is going to be very different. But there's something that was just completely off with either you, the group, the situation, work, family, so much that there was like a clear divide of who is doing well and who's not doing well. Maybe, perhaps, like I think that the situation really highlighted who's who, and who's, you know, who's good, who's bad, who's contributing, who's not contributing. And I think there's people passing judgments, passing sort of like, some people are passing the test, some people are not passing the test. I think there's a lot being done and undone. I'm getting notifications showing up on my screen, so that's like the validation for you guys if you guys needed one. I'm also seeing 717 on the screen. I did also see 654. So with that being said, Ace of Swords is right on the nail. Some of y'all have to just let these things happen. You're seeing the destruct. Don't be in the middle of it. I'm hearing don't be in the middle of it. With the back of the deck is like Ace of Swords. There's a lot being said and done. There's already a lot that's been said and done. And then now that things have been said and done, whatever you think was going well, it's probably falling apart. It's because it's meant to. Knight of Swords. Because in order to move forward, some of these people just can't come with. Maybe all this time, the Tower wants to come out again, but behind it, okay. Tower card. Behind it though is 10 of Pentacles. You couldn't move forward with them because they're going to sabotage. They're going to be trying to cause arguments, trying to cause bad vibes, trying to cause literally anything to be in your way. Spirit saying that you're seeing it the way you're seeing is because you're meant to see it now. The lesson has occurred. Now you're meant to see it the way that you're seeing it. Don't deny yourself the truth, even if it's not what you wanted. It's what you need. Even if it's not what you wanted, it's what you need. I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles again. This is a big highlight again, just being repeatedly coming out, that to rebalance the situation, this ending has to be happening. Because you won't be successful if you keep these people around. They're going to ensure that whenever you are successful, that they're going to try and bomb it, because they have yet to be successful themselves. Their focus is on you, just as your focus is on you. And it's like, that's not, in order for them to lead a healthy life, you may have to cut ties, cut cords with these people who are like putting their energy on you in this way, if they are. Or if it's vice versa, you need to really do something about that and figure something out for yourself. Queen of Cups reverse. It's like some of you don't see your own potentials so much to the point that it's like a extreme good, extreme bad. You feel extremely bad, so then when someone feels extremely good, you have to be in control of that. I have to be a part of it, or am I not a part of it? Lots of questions like this really need to be reframed about, like, why do they have all these friends? Why do they have this? Why do they have that? Well, because they're connected to their own spirit guides, they're connected to their own self-love, they're connected to their own world, their own self. They have all these things going on for themselves, and you're just viewing them like, what have they done to deserve that, or blah blah blah. You don't know shit about what someone's done to receive or get anything, so you passing judgment on anything like outside of you is not, that's not spirit. This spirit saying there's something up with how you're connecting. This outward judgment needs to come back onto self. How can you do better, or how have you, I mean, you could think about ways that you could do worse, but it's like, what is that going to do for you? You're going to do worse. Even like being hard on yourself, like always just thinking about how you can do better, and like don't be hard on yourself because you didn't do better. This judgment with yourself is like, all right, now I know what not to do, or now I know what I have done maybe wasn't the best. Some of y'all are seeing this and moving forward like, okay, what I have seen or experienced or even given out or even given or received has not been the best, but that doesn't mean that the best is not yet to come. Oh my goodness, there's so many. The cards are needing to say a lot, and it's getting hot in here. You guys are probably just really attractive. Abundance. All right, there's something up with spirit making me pick up the world card off the floor, so, and with a lot of you with the collective, so I think it's really just accountable to say that some of you need to literally pick up your abundance, like whatever this lack you have or lack mindset that you're in, you need to sort of pick up the pieces there. That like mindset is a broken perspective. 9 of Cups again, reverse. With the potential, with something not working out, it's like you end up wanting to give up on everything, on the concept of everything, because maybe you saw only yourself in that person. Okay, you only saw yourself in that person, and when that person leaves you, then it's like you don't see yourself, you don't love yourself through that. Like whatever you had shown or given to that person was, or that situation was, a product of you, not a product of them. So if they didn't agree with you or want to be with you, or situationally, like if something situationally didn't agree with you, that's because the whole part of, like, the whole piece of you has always been with you, that the only part of you, or the only part, like the only thing that was a loss was the parts of you that you saw in them. That's usually what you feel is the loss, because you don't usually care about the things that didn't really agree with you and that person. Say for example, like two individuals, boy, girl, boy, girl, girl, they, however you want to see that, okay? Two individuals, one person likes blue and one person likes pink. Okay, we're gonna keep it gender neutral, even though the blues and pinks are like gender tied. We're not going to tie them that. We're just gonna think of them as like polarity, duality. Rather, and so blue, pink, okay? And so one's a diehard blue fan and the other's a diehard pink fan. And then let's say gray is in the middle for them, okay? They're gonna care about the gray, but is the pink gonna care about the blue? Is the blue gonna care about the pink? They don't really overlap, so when they detach, you're gonna miss the gray areas. You're going to miss the areas that overlapped, if that makes sense. And so with this Tower moment, it's like you're gonna be missing the parts of you saw in them, but that's not necessarily that you miss them specifically, unless you can see greater or bigger than that, or more than that, more than yourself in them. Maybe if you ever loved more than yourself in somebody, then you truly have loved them. But if you have only loved yourself in somebody else, then you have really maybe lived a very selfish way of loving, and maybe need to dig deeper or look for more, either from yourself or from the individual. Like, you could flip it however you want to, but this was initially wanting to show up reverse, but it kind of had its like little moment there. And so we have the Empress again reverse. Y'all really messed up in this situation with the Empress, because I'm seeing the Empress reverse and it's Ace of Cups reverse. So there was a very big potential here with maybe an Empress or something that would have created a big thing, a big pop. You know, you would have been super popping off with this Empress energy, whether it's you, maybe you're the Empress, or you were dealing with an Empress. This is just a big creative energy here with the Empress. So it's like, if you messed up with someone, manifested a really shitty situation on accident or whatever, because you need to solve your triggers or solve your trauma, work out your traumas, or like, Spirit saying with the Devil card, it's all right, okay. The honesty in the aftermath is going to be the biggest weight for you here. Because it will bring you to a very authentic. Things will not end if there was authenticity in the situation. If you want to give it a chance, Page of Pentacles says that there is a chance, but it's a matter of having this meditative state or restful state before you figure out like how to approach or like respond. It could be you need to respond, or you need to initiate, where like could be you guys will know your placement if it's you need to initiate or you need to respond. It heavily, Spirit says you will know. Emperor, Four of Swords reverse, and then now the Five of Cups. You will know which end you are on. If you need to say something, you need to say sorry, or if you're going to be on the receiving end of having someone apologizing to you. The Emperor here, especially because the Empress was reversed, big time, okay, back of the deck, Page of Swords, big time counterpart energy with the Empress and the Emperor. The Emperor, your Emperor will show up. Your counterpart will show up. It's just a matter of they're going to show up with some weak conversation or weak communication, but some more understanding about your world than they had before. They're going to communicate, or you're going to communicate if it's your situation. It's the conversation's going to happen. If you are the one that needs to initiate and you don't, the universe will somehow push you guys together. It will just, you guys will just have, like, by happen chance be like, oh my gosh, like, how did they like, how can that just happen? Like, these people are in the same place at the same time. Like, it's just magical. So if you're meant to have the conversation with someone, you absolutely for fucking sure will. If you are not meant to have a conversation, then you will probably, the likelihoods of crossing paths will be little to non-existent. With the Ace of Cups reverse, it's saying that, like, the potential, like, don't be afraid of making a decision revolving around somebody. If you need to block someone or remove them, if you don't need to interact with them, you won't. If you don't have to or you don't want to, Spirit will protect you. If you are in an energy of loving and protecting yourself, for sure you guys will be fine in your decision making. But it's like this King of Swords, Maybe there was a King of Swords getting in the way, always showing up, always wanting to block. Okay, King of Swords doesn't have to be a male. It could be male or female. I was channeling, you know, Queen of Swords reverse the other day. So it's like, maybe there's a lot of karmic situations, lots of situationships, lots of like third parties, right? It's like there's one couple, and then like so many people are attracted to one half, and then like that's not even counting all the other people who are attracted to the other part of the relationship, male or female, male, female, male, you know, they, whatever, however that works for you. Okay, it's just like, then if someone messes up, and or it looks like someone messes up, right, say there's like always that trial period. The trial period is scary. You're terrified. And you're like, okay, I'm trying this out. Anything new. If it's a new person, new work, new career, new anything. Okay, anything new is fucking terrifying. Do it anyway. You never know what's gonna be like, just what opportunity is just waiting, because you're like, because you need to just do that next thing. You need to do that thing to see. You need to experience this thing to upgrade or do some, you know, whatever it is. We have 5 of Wands, Judgment, and 6 of Swords. This card, after seeing this and then seeing this, it makes me feel like you guys are just starting to feel safe. This is safe feeling. But the secret's got to come out. The bullshit's got to come out, or it's got to be removed, okay? Whether you want to give them a chance or not. Sometimes it's just forcibly removed. When you forcibly remove something, it's going to have a force in return. It may be deserved or reserved. It may just neutralize the entire situation altogether. It may just make you more, if it makes you more sad, it makes you more sad. If it's appropriate to grieve something you've been around for a long time, but if it's really not, okay, like some of you feel very, very deeply in a good and bad way about people, and Spirit wants to say, notice the difference between illusion and truth, because it's really easy to like fake something if there is a like a motive, or like a just being hiding behind a title or a social responsibility or obligation. And literally anybody who could be sabotaging you or not for you in your next level of your life, it could be literally anyone from mom, sister, brother, dad, grandma, grandpa, best friend, coworker. Like, you don't know who is out for you and why. It could be based off of a secret, right? Like, maybe you've always worked with a coworker. This is only an example, but it could be your story. Only take your story if it's actually your story. But if you have a coworker, maybe you talk about your personal life at work, okay? You talk about your personal life at work, and your coworker has a crush on you, but you don't even know they have a crush on you, and so you're talking about your wife or your husband or your crush or your person you're dating, and then like if they have a secret crush on you, then they're going to be biased about the advice that they give you, and they're going to be pushing you in a way that pushes you towards them. And it's like, do you want them? Like, be careful about the type of advice you're seeking and who you're going to for, and even just like if it's appropriate for them to be in your personal life in general. Judgment, the Death card, 9 of Cups now upright finally, and Magician upright again finally, because I fucking hated seeing the Magician in reverse. For you guys, the Magician is a really, really good positive card, but when it's in reverse, it's like y'all are drawing in some toxic shit, maybe because you guys are toxic, and it's like you're meant to see a mirror of yourself. Some of you it's that, some of you it's not that, because with the Magician, sometimes you manifest the other things that are in your energy on accident, because someone's in your ear saying this person's good, this person's bad, based off of their experience. But it's like, maybe their experience was bad because they gave the bad experience, and then they are only talking about the response in their specific connection. So a lot of opinions and perspectives and journeys and things, drama, rumors, this tower moment that we started off in the reading, being terrified, scared, nervous, and having anxiety, some of that is induced by others. Some of that is because they see you being very straight and head on and just clear with your goals, things with what you want. You're attracting things, and when others can't do that so easily, they just try and bring you down to their level. They want to make it hard for you, because they're like, it's hard for me, so why is it so easy for this person? It should be hard for them because it's hard for me. People who think like that are so shitty, because they just don't understand what it's like to be on the other side of figuring out your own shit, really. I've got shit, you've got shit, my friends got shit, my mom's got shit, dad's got shit, everyone's got shit. Siblings, if you have them, they've got shit. Even if you've experienced the same story, or like a similar story, like sibling stories, like you watched, your same dad and your same mom, or your same mom figure, or your same dad figure, if it's an uncle, aunt, grandma, grandpa, you experience the same trauma, but then it's like you still experienced it differently. You still took a lesson in differently. And so again, with like contexts and how people are connected and lessons and things, don't be afraid of learning your lessons. Don't be afraid of choosing certain things when it comes to things. Oh, again, with the choice, me saying choosing things, the Lover's card is in reverse. But we have the Three of Cups reversed, the Lovers reversed. Some of you have chosen third parties. You guys have chosen immature reasonings for things, like didn't really fully process your emotions before doing something, or even fully process the situation before doing something. Maybe you didn't connect with the person or work situation, or even connect with the problem. Like, what was the problem to begin with? Maybe that everything was smooth, and then it's like you go back to the same problem. Well, then the initial problem wasn't solved. So if you have the same argument over and over, the root of the problem, or the that's the very thing, is when something has not been, when something repeats, is because the root of the issue has not been solved. I almost saw the Three of Swords reverse, but it's like we want to forget about that energy and come into Queen of Pentacles. How do we feel about our situations, and how are we applying ourselves? Do we want more? Do we want less? Do we need to do more? Do we need to do less? What have we done to result in what's occurring right now? Wheel of Fortune is about karma. So it's like, with the shit that's falling apart, Three of Cups reverse and Four of Swords, you guys are seeing that this energy of throwing something in the middle, it ain't working for you anymore. You need to start focusing on the things when they're right in front of you. When you're at work, you're at work. When you're at home, you're at home. When you're with your partner, you're with your partner. You're ending shit of just paying attention to other things when you should just be present. And when you want to love yourself, who shows up? When you want to have fun, who shows up? And are they adding to you having a good time, or are they removing from you having a good time? And is it a ripple effect of someone else? Sometimes it's a chain reaction of, this person did this, so therefore I made someone else do this. Make sure that you're seeing you go on this journey with yourself, and reapply something with this Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups reverse is like being not in tune with balance, or not in tune with energy and clearing and clean and things. Queen of Cups feels like we need to be in tune with our feelings, and in tune with spirit, and in tune with love. Let spirit's guidance reveal things about people, good or bad. Be closer to good and love, and be further away from those that don't belong on this journey. It's going to hurt, and it may even get worse before it gets better, because clearing the bad means that the bad knows that you know that it's bad. So then it gives it kind of more full reign to something to do with this King of Wands reverse. It's like they really know how to use their wand. They really know how to use their tools. You guys be careful out there, because this 10 of Pentacles keeps coming up reverse. It's like you guys do have it. You guys have it, period. It's going to come, period. It's just that this person or spirit doesn't want you to know the specifics with the pooling of energy. Like, because you, like, spirit won't reveal it because it's a collective reading, and it's all about you needing to feed, like, test where you're feeding your energy and what that does to your stability, your mental health, your finances, your anything. Once you've connected with someone, how are they affecting your energy in general? Are they making you more tired? Are they making you more uplifting? Are they giving you the opposite energy of what you've spoken on your boundary? I think that's also an important one, because, like, someone will hear like what you need and then say and do the opposite, literally, and they'll pretend like they're not doing it on purpose. They, like, probably kind of are, or they really just are not aligned to you, and none of you are seeing that. Whichever one it is, this mental conflict, all of this exhaustion, all, like, any of that energy needs to kind of, that needs to quit. That's just the very thing with the manifesting there, is that some of us manifest based off of others, and then you wonder where your manifestations are, because you're manifesting based on someone else's, not really your manifestation, is it? Even if you receive it, you're like, oh, great, thanks. Like, you're not as thankful as you can be, because your manifestations aren't true to self or fully of self. So this journey or karma, your situation is going to be very unique to you. So again, with the Empress reverse, I don't know where the screw up has been in the creativity, or in with your person who is creative, or in the place where you do create, or whatever you were deeming this Empress card to be for you and your situation. I'm worried, but the communication revolving it will occur. The Lover's card here, it will happen by choice, and if not by choice, then Spirit saying it will happen by, like, by force of nature. What is meant to be will be. I am very happy to be here and send the messages out. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just gonna carry forward with patience and compassion. I do not like that I have been verbally attacked by some strangers in live chat, but it is all in divine timing. Things will be clear. Your strength, this is all meant to show you your strength and what you are capable of, that you are capable of dictating, like, these people can be in my life, this situation can be in my life. You know, it's really, you could choose. You can still choose. You're not as stuck as you think you are. Even with the Hierophant reverse, being really stuck in a commitment, if you're not, the longer you stay attached to something you're not meant to, the worse your tower moment is going to be. So if you're terrified now, think about how much scarier it is like longer down the road. So if there's something that you're holding in your heart space that you need or want to do, don't be so afraid, because you do hold the strength in you, and you have the nine pentacles in you, like surrounding you. You have access to it. I think that the one thing is Ace of Pentacles earlier in discussion with Ace of Pentacles, it's like the source wants to give blessing, and the blessing could be in disguise, and maybe it's this, all of this undoing is the blessing, and it's like during this time you need to just hold strength and wait for the upgrade in this time. Okay, and so if you guys decide to be rude, you guys will be removed. I don't give a shit. I'm here to unconditionally love and help people and protect people. But if y'all are out my way, you guys will see it. There's a message of, if you're afraid of your karma or afraid of karma, it's, that shit isn't to be afraid of, really. It's to be balanced. So really, if you see some shit, you maybe are a shitty person. If you see good, then, like, again, it's like maybe you might be seeing a result of someone's karma catching up, and who they are today could be a really changed person, but can they consistently continue to be the person? I think people can change. It's just a matter of how fast can they change? Do they want to change? Are they really changing? Are they saying, are they actually saying, meeting action with words, or words with action? Okay, hold strength to know the difference of your placements. What's being undone is being undone for a reason, to bring you closer to this, closer to happiness, closer to safety. Stop resisting certain things that are falling apart or not doing well. Go towards that happiness. Continue to be happy. Continue to see things from a different perspective. Hang on to your ideas and goals. Share them. It's fine to share them, but don't share them until you know that you've done the action behind it, and you've already have it in your hands. Because some things can be taken away from you before they're even in your hands, because you spoke too soon. It, like, again, with the speak too soon, just be careful, okay? It's all right to manifest and make good affirmations, but make sure your affirmations are aligned with action, okay? Because you could say, how do I make an example of that? Like earlier, I needed to turn left. My maps told me I needed to turn left, but I was in the lane to go straight. And then I saw the turning lane light turn green, and I was just sitting there at the red light still. And I was just like, oh, that's the lane I need to be in, and the light is green. And I said, I'm so dumb. And it was like, I had to correct myself and reframe myself and say, I'm not dumb. it's because I didn't notice. So some of you need to reframe in that as well, with the words and alignment, because I'm not dumb. I know I'm not dumb. I don't feel dumb. I am intellectual, smart. I study, I read. But you can really get caught up in those words that you say to yourself, and it could become habitual. It could be as simple as connecting with someone who frequently says I'm dumb, and then suddenly you're saying I'm dumb. But you're like, again, words align with action. If I keep saying I'm dumb, I might actually start believing I'm dumb, and I might, let go of behaviors and actions that resonate with being smart. Like some of the stuff, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, you really got to see when someone clearly has no goals and ideas and someone who clearly does, and the effect when they are put together. When someone has clear ideas and goals and are going towards them, people who don't have ideas and goals will try and get in the way and just be like, that's dumb. They'll say like really simple things like that's dumb, because they hold that energy. So not being strong enough in your energy will bring you to their energy. So just be careful of the things that you choose. Like, even if you love someone, it's your sister, your mom, your dad, your friend, your coworker. If you love them and you want them to be around, just be aware of their energy and how much of it is around you and how much of it you take in. Because there's some people who have a very strong threshold of being around a lot of negativity and not taking it in at all. And then they literally get compliments or comments saying, wow, you're so positive. How can you be so positive when and you're around this person all the time? And it's like, they ask you that because they literally don't know about, like, they're like kind of more so inquiring about what your boundaries are like, or like, because they're wondering, like, if you spend so much time with someone so negative or someone so positive, how are you the opposite of that thing, or that blah blah blah. So that's the very thing. And so anyway, that is the very thing with that, is the opposite energy will come in and try and destroy shit, and it's like, you just can't let it. You gotta block that shit, because it's like, that's what they're intending to do, is destroy shit. It's like, don't let it. Leave that shit out in the cold. Let that shit freeze over. Let that shit just feel stone cold, because like they are. Because tarot isn't bad. Ace of Cups. The potential for anything to be extreme good or extreme bad is there in literally anything. So use, misabuse. That's all balance, imbalance. That's all personal choices. That's all your own journey, your own adventures. I'm really happy to exist and share existence, even if you're a lover or a hater. Queen of Wands, I feel Queen of Wands energy is me, and I was just talking about me. That's my validating card right there. Ace of Wands, and you guys are magic. Ace of Wands is just my hammer on the nail for explaining that you guys are magic. I'm trying to unlock how you guys can move forward, or even tap into your own magic, right? Like, bring more magic into your daily life. And so Ace of Wands, I think that just sharing this has brought us closer there. It's lit up the torch. I'm literally like torch. When I think torch, because it flipped again. So like when I think of like lighting the torch, of like igniting passion, igniting the fire, this is what I'm about with Magic with Melly, and why it's called Magic with Melly, because you guys are magic to me. And doing this with you guys, like sharing the tarot cards, doing all this shit with you guys, it ignites me. Like, I've been upping my productivity level only over this week, and I've felt more enlivened than trying to put my energy on literally anything else. And so with Ace of Pentacles reverse, you guys just do not be afraid, because I would not be able to say or share any of these messages the way I do without holding very, very strong boundaries. If I I'll like look at a person, feel their context good or bad, and I'll give them a chance, but at some point I'm like, all right, I was either accepting or refusing my intuition for so long. I need to make a decision, right? You can hold space to give people chances, but then at some point you do need to make a decision, because it's blocking anything. So Ace of Pentacles reverse, I don't want you guys to have this block. You guys have to quit being afraid of making a decision on a job or a person or a situation. It could be moving out, it could be studying school, like something that you're really, really, really afraid of, and in your heart space you're like, what do I do, yo? You guys are like, what do I do? And in that heart space, vibe alone. Be really okay alone, because some of you are not okay alone. You guys need to, in that I'm not okay when I'm alone, you can't be afraid. Because some of you maybe have chosen self-harm or really low vibrational things. It doesn't have to be self-harm. Like, it doesn't have to be directly self-harm. Self-harm can also be engulfed or spread across many things, and the level of self-harm can go unnoticed, because it could be just the food you eat, the types of liquids you take, even driving recklessly. Like, all of this stuff is still, you're putting yourself in harm's way, even if it's not visible to the eye. For us humans, we are stuck in an ego and stuck in limited bodies, but psychically, spiritually, your energy, it's off. It's terrifying, people. And it's like, you need to heal yourself or open up to the help of someone else who can help you heal and be okay. And it doesn't have to be so super attached to or weighted to specific people or individuals. That you could open up to services, so it's not so weighted on your partner or on your family situations. Because talking about your family to family, or talking about your family to friends, or friends to family, is like, everyone's connected to you. So it's like, talking about your problems to anyone who's in, like, talking about your personal life to anyone else in your personal life is just a dagger in your own back, because it's like, you can't handle the problem yourself, so you talk to someone else about it, and then that person, maybe they didn't see it from your perspective, and maybe it chain linked drama. Again, with the secrets, maybe the secrets are better kept with yourself, or better understood with a stranger, someone who's not in the situation, or even with a professional, or even channeled out here, right, where it's unbiased, or as unbiased as I can be. I'm trying to be objective so I can reach as many people as I can. And so it's like, wherever you are in your placement, Spirit saying, if you are operating from an extreme imbalance, and if you need to have your journey on your own or with others or not, and you need to have this patience and compassion of knowing, like really deciding, how much of this is an alone journey, and how much of this is a journey that involves somebody else. Because there is some healing that you can't do unless you see certain individuals that play that same role, right? So then if you are dealing with a relationship issues maybe start with parents. And so see, you know, if you're seeing a relationship issue, maybe reapply what needs healing when it comes to your parents, and if that can be helped or not helped. Some situations cannot be helped. That cannot be changed. Some situation can be helped. And then if you do help the situation, maybe the situation can change or does not change. Everyone's placements is going to be different with how much someone can change, how fast someone can change, how fast the situation can change, how stuck you feel, how, like, all of the, what's the word? Legalities, all of the special notes that apply to you, you'll know. Oh, I love the Empress card again, the Empress upright. Create the next steps. If you don't see them, create them. If you see them, make them. You know, actually take the steps. Don't just look at the steps and just like cower in fear, because you're not going to move anywhere. You're not going, and then you're going to be like, why haven't I moved? Because you're afraid. Okay, it's okay to be afraid. Feel that energy, channel it, but then do something with it. Okay, that's the message, guys. I love you. This was Magic with Melly. Goodbye.